because I wanted to see art happening all at once on the stage. I wanted to see passion happening from the dancers, from the musicians. So I had this idea of wanting to put everybody on stage so that people could see everybody working together to make something happen.
When you have to write something and you see the blank piece of paper in front of you, nothing but fear you can experience.
His music is very intense. And I remember the second recording of another section of the piece that he had composed, and afterwards him looking at me and saying, "What, you don't like it?" And I turned to him and I said, "Oh no, it has nothing to do with that, Jakov. I'm terrified." The idea of trying to choreograph to that is terrifying.
I think art in its best form has that capacity to surprise, startle, evoke a combination of responses from us that we don't expect.
It has something to do with honesty. Everybody's exposed in some way or another. I mean, I always say to dancers, if you want somebody to feel what you're feeling, you have to show it. You have to expose yourself in every way possible. You have to make that movement so beautiful that nobody can get around it.
When I saw what Anna did, it was not interpretation of my score. And my score was not interpretation of the choreography. But it was sort of like a diffusion between two liquids.
Anna's choreography doesn't simply mirror the music. It suggests contrapuntal responses to it.
I mean, it's always a risk doing a collaboration, but
it's not yours anyway.
And it's partly our differences as artists. It's not that we think about things similarly, it's that we're coming at it from different points of view that ultimately, I think, have the possibility of creating something greater than the individual.
I mean, aside from it being hard to be me, I want people to feel what I feel. I want people to feel things. I want people to have full lives. And so there's a little bit of a mission in me about it.
Well, I never think that art has a kind of mission. It's not a department of social services or whatever. Art could survive any kind of civilization, and we know this. We have a lot of proof. Because it's the highest form of the living nature.
You know, the conducting, the music, the dance, everybody gets to part in it that they love, and they get to see it all, you know, and I think they get quite well educated because music people come and see it and are totally wowed by it, that they don't particularly go see dance that often. The music, there's so many different aspects to look at.
I may decide to make a big gesture, and that very subtle interplay of how I, as a conductor, could be part of the observer's response to the piece in its choreographic form is something that I find endlessly intriguing.
I can't imagine anybody else's artistic language. Even if you learn about it, you never know how it twisted. When you twist your own language, it doesn't necessarily mean that another artist, another creator will follow you. All of a sudden, another artist see it completely different way. The audience it completely different way. And no one can see it purely. Even those who create it.